I hope you're feeling excited that we are finally at the start of December. December is finally here, and that must be why all of you are all full of smiles today. You seem very excited. It's the start of December. Officially, the Christmas season has begun.
Yes, it is awesome? Here.
Yeah, it is. And we know that Christmas, of course, will be coming your way in just a matter of a few weeks. So I guess you better start tuning your system to prepare for what is to come. Now, in case you are a follower of Dr. Kasenene, hard times ahead for you. He's going to keep reminding you of what you should not eat, which almost defeats the purpose of the festive season.
I know, right?
If you go to him on Twitter right now, for example, he has an ongoing 36-hour fast that started at 7 p.m. Yesterday. And so the aim of it is to, for the next 36 hours, to not eat anything.
Like for 36 hours. That is like hours. A day and 12 hours.
That's right. That's right. So he's inviting his followers to embark on this 36-hour fast to, to cleanse the system.
Is it like a detox of sorts?
Something like that. So, what a way to start December, eh? He's so cruel, Dr. Kasenene. But it's
timely because December is the time where people eat pretty much everything and anything without a care in the world. So if you start your month with a detox, maybe then you will care about what you put into your system.
So you start December having been detoxed, and then you can indulge as much as you want. Is that the general idea?
No, not necessarily, because if you've just had a detox, you're like, okay, I just cleaned up my system, so maybe I need to be careful with what I put inside.
There's that. Of course, the danger being, and it's a psychological thing. You know how when someone feels like they haven't eaten in a while, they feel like they're now licensed to splurge?
Yes.
And overindulge. So for those who would have taken part in this fast, I'm sure when they come out of it, they're going to say to themselves, okay, off to the restaurant I go.
No, you don't do that. Actually, normally dietitians will tell you to ease into the new diet after a detox. They'll tell you to start with fruits for, let's say, a day. Don't start by eating heavy foods, because there you're susceptible to eating the wrong things.
Wow. There's too much thinking that must go into eating nowadays.
Yes.
It's almost no longer fun to eat. So the festive season, you're going to be counting each calorie you consume. Where's the fun in that? But it's the times we live in. What are we going to do? Speaking of the times we live in, even as we talk about splurging on food in different parts of the country, people don't have that luxury. People are starving. They're desperate. They're hungry. They are poor. I don't know if you saw that story, Olive, of this incident in Kibaale where the police are holding a 25-year-old man. Can you believe this guy? He stabbed his sibling to death over 2,000 shillings.
Yes, I saw that story. It is a sad turn of events.
Very, very sad. So the suspect is a 16-year-old guy. And essentially what happened is that on Monday night at 11 p.m., this dude was demanding 2,000 shillings from his sibling, and then apparently he had lent this person the money like a week ago.
Yes.
And so he's like, yo, where's my 2K? And then that led to a fight, and the brother failed to pay the money back, even though he was being demanded the money. And so his brother stabbed him.
The story doesn't tell us, but I have a feeling that the brother could probably have been under the influence of something, because even if you're broke, even if times are hard, why would you stab someone over 2,000 shillings if you're in your right frame of mind?
Not to take or make light of this, but haven't you ever been so broke and pushed to the corner that
you start walking, hoping that you can find money on the road and you pick it?
Or you rummage through your dirty clothes, hoping that maybe there's a 5K you left in there recently.
Oh, that has happened to me plenty of times.
Or you check under the cushion to see if there are any coins that might have fallen through.
Yes,
do you do that?
Yes, I do that all the time.
So you can only imagine how desperate people can get. And sometimes 2,000 shillings is the difference between, life or death for some people.
But killing someone over 2,000 shillings. Maybe I'm speaking from a perspective of a privileged person where 2,000 shillings is pretty much nothing.
Yeah.
But for some people, it could be everything.
I think we in Kampala, we do take it for granted. I mean, we can complain about, I don't have money for yaka this, or I don't have money for cooking oil. But in the village, the people go days without eating, and 2,000 shillings can mean the difference between everything.
Actually, in the village, people go days without touching money. Because if you want food, you're going to go to the garden. If you want to cook, you're going to get firewood. All of these things are free. So if I have my 2,000 shillings and you don't pay it back, unfortunately, it can cost a life, like in this incident.
So it's very, very sad. And I don't know. Obviously, as a country, we mourn this tragedy.
Yeah.
It's terrible. And though we might want to point to the lawmakers or to the government for creating the circumstances and the conditions that would engender such poverty, I feel like as a society we also have our communal responsibility. I wish that relatives could have been more involved in taking care of one another, so that you're never pushed to the point where you would be willing to kill over 2,000.
We've gone from the point where we used to be our brother's keeper to being our brother's murderer, because now you hear brothers killing brothers over women, or women killing sisters over men, or simple things like 2,000 shillings.
Hasn't it always been like that? In fact, the first siblings to ever exist in this world,
yes,
didn't one of them kill the other?
Of sacrifices. No, of what do you call that?
I mean,
what we give God.
Just go back, Gipiri and Labongo.
You mean those?
Cain and Abel.
I was thinking Cain and Abel.
That too. You see, in every community, every society, every tribe has its folklore about siblings who just didn't get along and killed each other.
And it comes from envy. So are we that envious? We don't wish
so sad,
each other well?
I don't. Maybe it's just a part of the human condition. So as brothers, we must show more love towards one another. Let us not, become hostile just because of these various challenges of life. There will always be those challenges. In fact, if anything, when you bring your wits together and your efforts and your resources and your brilliance together, you can solve these problems. So instead of fighting one another, how about you work together to fix those problems?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just a thought. As we start this beautiful December morning, it is the 1st of December 2022. You are listening to The Fatboy Show.